Hello everybody. So, I am a big fan of the saying, if it's not broke, then don't fix it. But my microphone is broke. Half the time, it's lots of background noise, and it makes this weird helicopter like the whole time sometimes, and just have to get rid of the video, basically, in its entirety. So I replaced my sound equipment, and right now you're hearing the last video, perhaps the last video, if everything goes correctly and well, of the Yeti microphone. And we have a whole lot of unboxings to do, checking out my new sound system, and let's just switch camera angles and I'll show you. Okay, so we're going to just, I guess, where do we start? Let's just start from the beginning. So I got a couple of things here. Now this is actually a condenser microphone that I got, and what that means is that I need XLR cables. For some reason, the microphones don't come with those. And got a I don't know if I can even get this out of here. Packed in pretty tight. There we go. So here we are. It's our XLR cables. We got two of them for two microphones. There's the first one. Next, because this is an XLR microphone and it's not the Blue Yeti, which is a plug and play. You can plug the Blue Yeti into basically your computer or anything like that. These ones require a bit more. They require I already forgot what you call this. A preamp. Is that what they call it? A preamp. So I got this, and this is called the Focusrite Scarlett 212. So the main reason why I got this one was it has the two XLR ports on the back, so I can use two microphones. And it did come pretty well recommended. So So essentially, you have to connect your microphones to this, and then this can go to whatever USB source that you have. A little bit extra step. There it is. I believe it just comes with just a cord, just a typical cord going from the back of the amp here, the preamp, and I believe that's what they call it, but the Focusrite, and going from that into whatever source that you have. This is the first experience that I have with anything like this, so hopefully it's a good one, and hopefully it's a pretty seamless transition. But I do know that that one of the main reasons for choosing a Blue Yeti is just how easy it was. So. Very nice looking, beautiful kind of shiny red. It kind of reminds me of a Tibetan singing bowl. And here we have our inputs and volume, outputs, controlling sound and volume as directed, and they just turn for days, so I'm not entirely sure where the stop and the start is there, but on the back we have more outputs, more inputs, and USB. This is, I guess, our power source right there. So, which would be where this would come in. And so, I guess this is our power source here. Let's see. I'm sure there's instructions. A relatively short cord though. I wish it was a little bit longer. Huh? But I know you can, get these to be whatever you want them to be. So as long or as short as you need them to be. Okay. Let's go to the next. Now, if there was one thing that I probably did not need to show on this, it's probably this. But since we're doing everything else, why not? we have our clamp, and this is our microphone stand, if you will. We have one of these, what do they call these, wind mics or something? Boom mics. This goes in front of the microphone. So whenever you make a B sound or something like that, the audio doesn't go pull, pull. I got some instructions. Seems pretty simple. Maybe that'll be my downfall, believing this is simple, I don't know. And then here's the rest. Here's the arms and the microphone stands. The attachments. I certainly hope that it works because I got 2 of them, but if it doesn't work, then I'll find a way. It's not a problem. So let's move on to the microphone. Okay, so here is the microphone, and this is an XLR condenser microphone, and it's supposed to be pretty small, but I wanted to go with the same company because I do very much like this company, but just a little bit different. And this company actually got bought by Logitech, and it's interesting, I got 2 of these. One of them says blue, the other one says Logitech, so I'm assuming this might have been an older one, I'm not sure. And just about everything you have to make compromises and set a budget. And this particular microphone and the amp and whatnot, you can spend way more and you can spend way less. So this is kind of my compromise of where I want it to be, where I need it to be. So it says blue, and that it is. We'll have a couple of things here we'll have to unbox. Got our modes, which I'm a little bit familiar with, given that I've been using the Yeti. Okay, so I had to cut that there. That has like a whole bunch of just fillers in the box, and it's tight and makes a lot of unpleasant noises. So let's check this out. Like that. this is, I don't know what they even call this. It's like a big old like bird cage and metal. Does not make any good sounds at all. And yeah, this is where the microphone's gonna sit, so I can dig it, I can dig it. And then we have the star of the show down here, which, you know, I like this. It's definitely, this is not like a brand new microphone. They're new, but like not brand new to the scene. And you know, when this came out, it's a little bit more expensive, on the expensive side, and it's certainly gone down in price quite a bit. But I like this. I like the presentation and everything, but I don't need it. You know, like this is just gonna go. I'm not gonna display this. You know. And I'm sure it was cheap, and they're just trying to put it in there to be nice and stand out, but I just don't really need this kind of stuff to be loud. I'd rather be wowed with the product than the packaging. And here it is. It's a heavy dude. It's a real heavy dude. Much heavier than I anticipated. Not in a bad way. Oh. Nice, like, alloy. Aluminum body. Yeah, so we have our XLR. We also have our screws there. So we got this. We can loosen or tighten. Maybe we can just slip that right in there. Yeah, I mean it's definitely going, and now we're pretty tight, so this is what it looks like. Let's let the XLR down there. Nothing has written instructions anymore. They all go to online manuals and QR codes. So I'm gonna have to, you know, not troubleshoot, but maybe troubleshoot. But what I mean to say is I'm gonna have to look on there and see exactly how to use it before I set up. So, but yeah, this is it. So I have two of these, but I'm not going to include them in the box. It's a little redundant, so I'm going to try to set everything up, and next time that you see me, it'll be up close, and it'll be with the new microphone setup. So we're coming back to you right now. Okay, we're back, and through absolutely painstaking process, we have a little bit of something that resembles a finished result. When I say resembles, I think we still have a lot of time and to sift through and to find out. This is the perfect cocktail, if you will. They do have a free software, I believe, so I'm trying to figure that out now. But one thing that was not readily apparent to me before, it's the first time that I've sort of worked with the XLR cables. It's the XLR very sensitive, and so they were picking up like a whole lot of other things. You bring in electronics and it creates like a buzzing, and when that happens you're like, what is wrong with these microphones? Well, nothing is wrong with the microphone. It is just a interference, if you will. But I have two of them, so I have one over here and I have one over here. They're still, oops, very sensitive. There's still certain things that I think I would like to do. For instance, they're still kind of attached to my desk, and so I think I would like to get some sort of standalone braces, and that way nothing will be inhibited when, like for instance, if I make noise on the desk, you can hear that. And so if I had sort of a standalone, standing, upright next to me and not tied to the desk, you might not hear this, but ultimately I do think that I'm going to like it quite a bit. It's going to take a little getting used to. But overall I enjoy them, and I'm going to, I think, enjoy making videos with them. And I do very much like the blue and the Logitech, the blue Yeti and whatnot, but like I said, it's a bit of trial and a lot of error, and not only do I not have my setup that I like or that I've been using, but I also do not have my gear and my equipment. I have no gear and I have no equipment, so not only about getting the microphones, but also in getting the stands and different things that I can use. Probably going to invest in another camera soon, but in the meantime I think that is probably one of the least of my urgent, I don't want to say complaints, but the least of things that I really need at this point in time. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I look forward to being able to make some great videos. Some maybe are going to have the binaural effect of the right side and the left side, and then some of them might just be, what do they call it, omnidirectional. Just, I don't know if that's what they call it, but that's what we're gonna go with, of just the one microphone. So we'll see, but I think this is a great setup, and as long as I can keep it not humming and happy and not bumping into anything, because the bumping, it does not like the bumping. It's very, very sensitive. So if I can keep it happy and just get used to the process, I think it's going to create a lot of really good experiences and create a lot of really good ASMR as well. So I'm really happy for it, and hopefully you've enjoyed this, and hopefully you can tell the big difference. There's a big difference, I think, between the two, but hours and hours of tinkering. I'm sure that's going to be